This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, Rabbi Glatstein, some questions on the Parsha. Number one, Hashem says, I'm going to send the tzira, this wasp. It's a type of flying creature who would shoot poison, and number one, Masarsan, it would make them impotent, and it would contaminate, it would blind their eyes. So the first thing is, why were they punished that they were made sirusim? Why were they punished that they became impotent? Why were they punished that their eyes were pierced? And why in that order? Why was it that first they became impotent and then their eyes were blinded? Okay, then the pasuk says, Parak Tes, pasuk Chavdalid, you have a small mem. What's this Indian of the small mem? Why the small mem in Parak Dalid pasuk Chavdalid? Also it says you should circumcise the arla of your heart. Umartem eis arlas levavchem. Why does it say ace? We know you need to circumcise the foreskin of your heart, but what is the S coming l'rabbis over here in this pasuk? You know, the Panim Yafai says in the end of Lech Lecha that by Yishmael it says S, and by Avram Avinu it doesn't say S by the Milah. So some suggest that Rashi says by Yishmael the membrane was very thick, he was younger, so it says S. By Avram it was already worn out, it doesn't say S. But the Panim Yafai says Avram Avinu only circumcised his body, but his heart had already been circumcised. Masha'in Kain, Esav, S is Balarabbis, he has to circumcise the arla of his heart. But here it's specifically talking about the arla of the heart. So what's the S coming l'rabbis? Another question, why in the pasuk Meireshus Hashana la'ad achar shana is the word Meireshus missing an aleph? Parak Yud Aleph, pasuk Yud Ches. Hashem says, keep the mitzvahs. Rashi says, even after you're exiled, still be careful in the mitzvahs. Put on tefillin, make mezuzahs, so that you don't. So that when Mashiach comes and you go back to Eretz Yisrael, these things won't be brand new to you. So make sure you keep the mitzvahs in the galus. I don't understand. That's the reason to keep mitzvahs in the galus, so that when Mashiach comes, the mitzvahs won't be new to you. How about the fact you're obligated to keep the mitzvahs because God told us to observe the mitzvahs? Why even bring in this idea? Keep the mitzvahs because God told us to. Why even bring in this idea? Keep the mitzvahs as practice. We're in practice. You're mechuyev now. And then one final thought in Shema it says, lahem, to give to them, not to you but to them. That's a raya that the Dar Hamidbar is going to receive Eretz Yisrael. Says Rashi is a raya that there will be Tchias HaMeisim in HaTorah. That's why Hashem says to give it to them, meaning not necessarily to you. To which Rashi ends off that this is a raya that to the resurrection of the dead. Because if the pasuk is saying Eretz Yisrael is going to be given to the Dar Yotzei Mitzrayim, but they died out, so it must be that there's going to be the resurrection of the dead. So my question is, why of all places does the Torah choose to allude to the idea of Tchias HaMeisim Davka at the end of the second Parsha of Kriya Shema? Why is it so important to accept upon oneself to give up their life al Kiddush Hashem? Why is it so important? Why is it so important here for the Torah to tell me that there's a concept of Tchias HaMeisim min HaTorah? Why is this the juncture? Okay, Rabbi, so we're going to hold it over here. Have a wonderful Shabbos, everyone. Nice to see everyone back, and Kol Tov, Bracha B'Hatzlacha. Kol Tov, Shabbos, good Shabbos.
Come back first of all.
Thank you.
You get a Mazel Tov. My daughter got engaged 2 nights ago.
Wow, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov.
Thank you so much for that.
Who's the lucky boy?
Tubav. to Bav, yes, Antu Bav.
Wow.
Yes.
Who's the boy?
So who's the boy? His name is Yitzchak Kaziev. He lives in Shar. I can't. Is it Hayashar or Hayashub?
Shar Yashav.
Shar Yashub. He lives in his third year over there.
Beautiful. Have a lot of nachas, Yaakov.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen. Mazel tov, mazel tov, mazel tov. Kol tov. Bye bye.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Bye.
Bye.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.